higher. You are listening to an exclusive review. ASOT, A State of Trance.
Hey, what's up and welcome to another 10 questions. This week we have special guests Rom and Ciaran McAuley. They're here because of the launch of your brand new label. We're going to get into that very soon. First, we're going to start off straight away with the questions. The first question is from Global Hypernet. How is it for you to see the big success of your track Ramsterdam and the remixes?
Oh, that's already a long time ago, but yeah.
We were just talking about it, 10 years almost.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's of course awesome. It's still great to see the track is rocking, still many stages, and still get messages from people that they want to hear it and how much they love it. So it's also awesome to get all the feedback from the crowd.
And it's almost 10 years, so...
Yeah, it's time for a new one.
Well, maybe
a new remix.
Maybe we should ask the man that sits straight across of you, Ciaran McAuley. How are you doing, man? Welcome.
I'm very well, thank you.
I'm going to start off with a question for you from LFSC Ben MSCC. Interesting name. How could you best explain how you translate emotion into tracks so well? You're an emotional man.
I get this a lot, actually. I don't know. When I'm in the studio, I tend to work with the track until I feel goosebumps, you know, and that's when I know that I've really hit the nail on the head, you know.
And how do you know that? How do you know? Because it's either vocals or maybe it's a chord structure, or how do you know?
I'm not sure. I'm a goosebumps. Yeah, I'm big into violins. I'm very delicate touch, you know, and how smooth things can be. So. Yeah, when I feel the goosebumps, I know I'm onto something good.
So the goosebump test.
Yeah.
Is that something that you would check with your fellow producers as well? For example, you would send a snippet to Rom and he's like, "Yo, this is the goosebump test. see if it passes."
100% passed.
Yeah.
Actually, I have a WhatsApp chat with my friends and family. I'm like, listen to this is cool, you know. So
if your grandma says it's okay, then it's okay.
Yeah.
No, that's not true. Because to be honest, if you ask your friends and family, they will always say it's nice. Because
that's true. Yeah.
Because 15 years ago, when I made my first tunes, I would play it in the car for my friends. They would like, "Wow, this is fantastic." But if you listen to it now, you're gonna be like, "They must be deaf or something."
No.
I don't know. I don't know. Right?
No, Ruben, my brother is so brutally honest. He's like, "Ciaran, no."
Really?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
So if the goosebump test doesn't pass his test, then
he just wants it harder, regardless of the goosebump test.
Yeah, but you're not really a man that goes super hard in tracks.
Sometimes I need that crossover. You know, it can't be too soft. You know, so I try and get that emotion in the breakdown and give it a drive when it kicks. You know.
The goosebump test. I'll remember that one. Next one is from Cian Malone. Always has good questions. Thank you for that. It's for Rom. How did you find My Essence for Trance? Why did you start it?
Well, basically it started like a kind of joke or an idea of that I wanted to do something what's really my essence of trance. And I thought, well, I wanted to do already for a long time play sets with pure emotional and the most beautiful tracks, you know, where you get goosebumps from, you can cry on, you can fly on. And I had something, well, normally, you know, in crowds of most parties, it's not really, that you can play a whole set of that, you know. The people like it a little bit more harder, or more tech trance, you know. So to play pure OTC with 6 hours of that music was for me kind of an experiment.
So the essence of trance is your essence of trance. It's an open to close set from Rom.
Yes.
Only you.
Only me.
A trip for 6 hours at least.
Yes.
And do you start off, or do you only play your own stuff? You've been making music for 25 years, so...
No. That is not only my stuff. I start a little bit slower, but of course the most nicest tracks for me are still the uplifting crossover tracks. So mainly I go first 1.5 hours, it's from 130, then I build it up to 134, and then it's the last 5 hours purely banging and emotional and beautiful trance tracks.
That question was, by the way, from Daan Huis. Sorry, Sion, we will ask your question in just a little bit. On the radio show, you told that in January you're going to do the next edition of My Essence of Trance.
Yes.
What can you share about that?
Well, basically it's in the Paradiso. I think for me it's the most iconic club in the Netherlands. It's for me the number one bucket list gig.
Yeah.
Because I used to be 25 years partying there, and then I always had the dream like, fuck, it would be amazing to have here a solo show. So now it's finally happening, so I'm over the moon about that. And exactly, it's going to be the same, like the Essence of Trance, the pure melodic, emotional uplifters on my favorite tracks from the last 25 years. So it's
and I know you for a couple of years, and I've been to many of your events, so I know you're gonna bring a lot of special stuff over there.
Oh, definitely. We're gonna have also a few vocalists coming up, to do the tracks with me, Stein Groove, Susanna. So we'll definitely make something very special.
Nice, can't wait for that. 18th of January, Paradiso, Amsterdam.
Yes.
Write it down. Next question comes from Ciaran McAuley. I'll get better with that name, I promise. Ciaran, when did you decide that you wanted to become a DJ and started to become a producer?
I started DJing when I was around 15, and it was a good friend of mine I went to school with, and he was producing. He did music college, and he just asked me to come along and play around in the studio with him. And that was Walsh McCauley back. I'm not sure if you remember.
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
we did stuff with Armada, and we kept that going for some time. And Mark became a family man, went to separate ways, and started quieting down. And back in 2014, that's when I launched my solo career. So it's been a long journey, and I'm here now.
It's only just beginning, my friend.
It is. Thank you.
The next question, as promised, from Cian Malone. Rom, what made you want to become a DJ? Because that's at least 25 years ago, and there were not a lot of DJs.
No, at that time, I think it was 1990.
Yeah.
That actually, I started 1989 to going to raves, like really in the beginning. And then I heard, I think, who was it, Dano or Gizmo playing?
Was it the IT, or where was it?
No, it was just an illegal warehouse party. At that time still, that was possible. And I was so amazed by how they mix the music, not even about the music itself, but just how they make from 2 records a 3rd record. So I had done something, wow, that's really cool. I like to do this also. And then in 1991, I started buying my first vinyls, record players, and then 1995 I got the first chance to go professional. So I got very lucky on a very early young age. So for me it was just a big dream come true very fast.
So you were practicing at home with your vinyls, because I shared it on a 10 question before that I had a belt drive without a pitch that I was using for mixing. So
I first did
so
with
you were
a
like
cassette
pushing
recorder,
the whole time.
one cassette recorder, that can do nothing, and one record player with the turn pitch, not a real.
Exactly.
That was horrible, but it was fun.
It's so much easier nowadays, is it?
Yeah.
You just roll up with your USB and that's it.
Yeah, definitely. Very good, very good.
Very good.
Makes the life a lot
I agree,
easier.
100%. Next question comes from Need a Kill for Ciaran as well. When is the remix of Northern Star going to be released?
People did not know about this
Like,
track.
ooh,
It was leaked in my Luminosity set, and it is.
No, it's not leaked. You played it, and you know that people look at that set because it's one of the most important of the year.
The set has done really well for me, and from this set, it's been getting a lot of requests. When's it coming? When's it coming? And it's very soon, very very soon.
That doesn't really help.
9 August.
Oh, yeah, August 9. There you go.
There you go.
Well, there you go. He comes in like, okay, I got it. The question, this is very, I would like to know this as well. Another question from LFC Ben MCC. Bram, I know that you love to stage dive. Did it go wrong anytime?
No. Well, one time I was in Holland actually. I never do it in Holland because the Dutch crowd are mostly talking on the dance floor, so they don't pay attention so much. So.
That's so true.
So outside Holland, it never went wrong, but I was standing on a iron bar and I slipped actually. So I didn't jump, so I fell boom on the first people that were there. So I didn't fall on the ground, but I fell on top of some people, so they were not really happy with me at that moment.
They were drinking their drinks.
No. So that's the only time it went wrong. For the rest, I always take care, that everybody's tight and nice. Come on, everybody's awake, looking to me from when I jump. You're standing there. So yeah, always goes good.
Did you ever had a moment that you were carried away too far, that the record was playing out, so there was no more time left to get back?
One time I did this in Mexico on Future Sound of Egypt. Everybody said, well, don't do it here because you will get torn to pieces. Yeah. Fuck it, I'm gonna do it anyway. So I did it, and actually, yes, I went to the middle of the room and then they poured me down, and everybody started grabbing me and pulling my shirt, and I could not get out anymore because everybody was coming closer. So it kind of was getting a little bit uncomfortable, you know.
Was it scary?
Music was standing there and everybody was going like bananas. So the security had to come to save me from the people. So that was actually turning into, not that pleasant
scary situation.
situation.
Are there any videos of this? I would love to see these, don't you?
I think there are some pictures from it that you see my head like, ah.
Oh my lord. It must have been scary, to be honest.
So that was the only time that.
Did you ever had situations like? I mean, I know the only trance DJs that I know that do it is Mark Sherry probably and you.
Yeah.
Are you planning to do something like that? Yeah. I saw a picture of you sitting on the decks at Luminosity. I was like, is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it?
And
No.
At Dream State LA, I jumped on stage and I was like, whoa, this feels really good. So I've got into a habit of like when I get really uplifted with a certain track, I jump on stage and it's very overwhelming, yeah. So I'm not going to jump. Maybe.
You never know. You never know. The question up next for both of you guys from Richard Willoughby, 2015. What track made you fall in love with trance music? I'll start with you.
Oh, I've been in the trance scene for some time now, so I've been through many different eras. You know, I fell in love with Paul Oakenfold back in the day, so it was a bit slower, more melodic. Loved Sasha and Digweed sort of stuff. Then I went on to Armin and the Tiesto, and then to what it is now. So I have its own every favorite throughout the genres, but LSG Netherworld was a really good one for me. James Holden Horizons.
That's one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I always name that one.
I remixed that.
Yeah.
So,
when people ask me what is your favorite all-time track, I say James Holden Horizons a lot. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny. It's nice to hear. And what about you? Because this is 25 years ago. At least.
I've got so many, but probably the one that I always say is Signal 6 Orange Team.
Oh, yeah.
That's for me such a beautiful classic tune. That's definitely my number one. But LSG Netherworld is probably the second. So
nice. Next question is also for both of you guys. Are there any goals you still would like to achieve?
Oh, lots. I have a goal list in my studio, and I'm ticking them off, which is crazy.
So you made yourself a bucket list.
Yeah. The past.
What's the next thing on the bucket list, or what is the last thing that you achieved?
Creamfields.
Creamfields, okay.
Yeah. Dream State there. And
so it's gigs, or not necessarily other goals.
Collaborations. I've picked a few.
Yeah, you told me about one in the coffee corner earlier. I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to share that one. What about you?
I have still also a few to go, and basically the one that's coming up now is the realization of Nocturnal Animals. So that's basically what I thought already before.
In short, that's going to be how do you say it? An all-in music company, label, publishing, social media, management. Yeah,
basically everything in one to give the artist 360 support. So that's basically the one thing what I'm gonna do, give a lot of attention to now in the coming year.
How are you going to divide your time between everything? Because I do a lot of stuff, and
I have a great, amazing team. They're standing there, and it's a little bit defining the task force. I'm having a big team, so everybody has his own separate things to do. And it's basically it's between touring and music making. It's a hands-on job. So we just have to make time for it also.
And a lot of releases, a lot of different labels.
Yeah, different. Actually, the same labels as Cortez. So Cortez, after main imprint is Nocturnal Animals, then Nocturnal Animals Fusion, Nocturnal Animals Reworked, and the new label Nocturnal Animals Deep. Yeah. Where we're gonna do more progressive house.
I like the sound of that. Yeah. Beautiful. So what is coming up on those labels? Of course, Northern Star is coming up.
We've got, of course, the first one with Ciaran. The second one is DJ Wack, the old hard trance hero, with one of his big hits, The Big Bang. That's going to be remixed by Indecent Noise. Then we have an amazing track from Astrofix, Megara. We have Cascada, the old... what's the name? Transient.
Okay.
With a reorder remix. So we have quite a few big tracks on.
And every week there's going to be a release on each label?
Yes, we're releasing 2 times a week. Yes.
How do you keep up with that?
I don't know. I get so many great tracks, so it's hard to don't do it. Otherwise we get in trouble in the end of the year. Especially now with a lot of new artists, with Talent Pack, the the big pack. We will announce that very soon. Who's
Mm-hmm.
in that? So that will be also very interesting to share.
The group of nocturnal animals.
Yes.
All right. I would love to ask more about that, but I'm pretty sure you're not allowed to say anything yet. No tips? No small hints?
Ask the question.
Well, I'm asking it anyway. You don't need to answer if you don't want to.
Well, we can.
No, you don't. No, it's okay. Don't worry about it. There's going to be news about that very soon. Let's keep it that way.
Okay, let me start. You have the premiere. We have the artist is Ciaran McAuley, of course, Alex Morph,
Mm-hmm.
Decent Noise, Darren Porter, James Diamond, Richard Durant, Marco V, and
Ram.
Daniel Skyver, LTN, and then we have a talent pack with Richard Tensley, didn't we think, Tempo Gusto,
Oh,
probably
okay.
just good. Damn, I need to think of them all. HP Source,
Okay.
Smith and Brown,
Uh-huh.
and I missed one. Well, I forgot the last one.
Okay. Well,
Anyway,
that's an amazing roster. Good job, man.
Yeah, we have like I said, it's also different sounds. You know, the uplifting, the more techy, the more harder sounds. So
Progressive as well.
some progressive. Yeah, with LTN, he's gonna do the Nocturnal Animals Deep A&R.
And his new album, of course.
Yeah,
Coming
so
up.
there's a lot of different variations of music. What we're gonna do.
I'm very much looking forward to what you're gonna bring, man.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I have one more question. What is the one song that makes you go dancing right now? Not an old school track, just the biggest track in your set. I want to hear it right now.
A track I'm currently still listening to day in, day out is Alien Feelers Gravity. It just puts a smile on my face. It's
That's
so
a big
addictive.
tune, yeah.
Yeah, it's a good track.
So that's the tune that makes you go dancing. You go at a festival, you hear it, you're like, oh, yes.
Yeah.
What about you?
Probably for me, it's a mashup from Ocean Lab Satellite and John O'Callaghan. Which one is the Particle?
Ah, yeah.
It's amazing mashup, and I play it in a lot of sets. So that's probably one of my.
And people don't see it coming suddenly. Ocean Lab, the vocal comes in,
Yeah, it's typical the John O'Callaghan feel, and then in one time, of course, it's one of the big classic. But
and then you jump to the stage.
a lot of times, yes. It's the perfect record for it, yes.
No, thank you so much for dropping by, guys. Make sure to check out Nocturnal Animals. There's going to be a lot of amazing stuff coming up. First of all, the single of Ciaran, of course. Wishing you all the luck, and I hope to see you again very soon here in the studio or on the festival. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Ciao.
Lifting you higher. This is A State of Trance.